Hello, today is Wednesday the 12th of March. It is sunny and I am being a true Brit by taking as much advantage of the good weather we're having so far as I'm wearing a sarong, I didn't mean to flash you there, and a vest on. And I'm sat in the park, and there's dogs running around and things and stuff. And I'm right next to a highway as well, which is really handy, because the motorbikes make lots of noise. Anyway, so in an attempt to get talking again, it has been a while. I'm kind of forcing myself on Wednesdays, either at home or outside or whatever, just to chat for hopefully less than 3 minutes or so, just about something that's on my mind. So today it is fitness professionals. I haven't been a fitness professional for long. I've been coaching people since I was 16, but to be a certified, fully insured, blah blah blah, personal trainer, it's been a year, just over a year, being a REPS Level 3 personal trainer, been a fitness instructor since 2011. And I always assumed that everyone came to be a fitness professional to learn and to educate and to just enrich everybody's lives, including their own. That's not the case, unfortunately, as I discovered. I am not a keyboard warrior. I type what I say what I type. Anything that I type, I will say it to your face. So the present example is when a friend posted up a low-carb rice dish. My initial reaction was naturally, carbs and rice are the same thing. They are one and the same. You can't have low-carb rice, except for in the case of the picture, when I did later research to find out that it was, in fact, cauliflower. Now, I'm not new to this. I've been aware of low-carb rice, cauliflowers. I do courgette noodles or courgette spaghetti, so it's neither here nor there. But it was the comments that kind of fell underneath this video, this picture rather, that got me going. And I was questioning what was going on, and the lady claimed that rice was low carb, especially brown rice was low carb, high in protein, and wild rice was low carb and high in protein. And I had a knee-jerk reaction and just went bullshit. Basically called out bullshit. All out there, because it's bull. You don't even need to be a fitness professional or dietitian or anything to know that. So her next reply was, do you want to fight about it? And I tried with every bone in my body to resist saying, come at me, bro, because that's how stupid this whole situation is. Who the hell wants to fight over rice? But, I went, okay, whatever. So do you want to fight with science and new age quackery? Long story short, she was basically darting all over the place. She would never give me a straight answer to claim or stand by her statement that rice is low carb and high in protein. If that was the case, all bodybuilders, all physique competitors, including myself, have got the game wrong. We just messed up. We thought that the broccoli was going to be better with the rice with the chicken after the training, but obviously we all got it wrong. We all fucked up. But basically, she never admitted to the fact that rice is actually high carb and low protein. I mean, per 100 gram, any kind of rice has double figure carbohydrates to single figure protein, macronutrient setups. And it got me thinking, this woman claimed that she was a qualified dietitian and a personal trainer. And I'm sitting here going, I pray to God you don't kill somebody. Literally, if you get someone who comes up and they say they are carb intolerant or they can't take specific carbs, and then all of a sudden you plow them with wild rice, which is hard for our bodies to digest to a point, it could have, terrible repercussions. And it got me mad. It got me really, really mad. And this is why I carried on, just to kind of see if there's sense or if I'm wrong. Because if I'm wrong, I need to learn. I always want to learn so that I don't kill people. I don't make people worse, because it would slay me. I don't want anyone to be worse. So, long story short, just because someone is a certified or qualified fitness professional doesn't mean they know shit. Unfortunately, you can become a personal trainer in 6 weeks. Mine's taken a year because there was a lot of stuff to get into and I was busy. Personal trainers are getting thrown out. They're getting churned out by the day. Pay $4,000 or $3,000 or even sometimes £2,500 and you're a qualified personal trainer with the inability to do much. I mean, I don't like slaying, I don't like judging, but the stuff I've seen as a personal trainer has made me very, very wary for people who are looking for personal trainers out there. So I'm not saying that I'm the best in the world. Far from it. Far, far, far from it. I have so many books at home. I talk to people. I pick people's brains as much as I can to learn, especially when I don't know. And I am not afraid to say I don't know. Because I don't. I'm not going to sit there and give you some bullshit just to kind of justify you paying me money to do something. No. If I don't know, I will go and get someone else who does. I've got nutritionists to help me with clients because I don't know certain things. I'm going on my own courses as well to kind of learn more and just be a better person. So, long rant, shorted down. I'm aware it's already 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Fitness professionals should be able to give you what you need. They shouldn't bully you to what they think you need without a justified reason behind it, without science behind it, without empirical data behind it, not just because they say so. If someone says something, then I'd be super cautious. Anyway, it's a lovely day in London, in Wandsworth, on